Good afternoon, dear students. Today I am going to teach topographical map. Different concepts are there in your syllabus. You have to read all the concepts. You have to have a clear idea of all the concepts. Now, one by one concept I'll teach every day. You please concentrate, pay attention on the classes. Today I am going to teach what is topo map, what is the need of topographical map, which are the different things are shown by the topographical map, then which are the different conventional signs, colors of which are used in the topo map, then how to locate or how to get any position, exact position of any features on the topo map by using grid reference system. These are the scopes of today's teaching. So one by one I am teaching you. Let's get started with the first scope, that is what is topo map, what is topographical map. Now topographical map is a thematic map. Topographical map can show the physical and the cultural feature of the ground which are already exist during the survey, during the time of survey. Okay, so it shows the physical and the cultural features, physical features and the cultural or the man-made features. Okay. Now, what is the importance of topo map? Topo map can represent the three-dimensional landscape on the two-dimensional paper. Okay, so it can represent the three-dimensional features which are existing in the nature or on the ground, that are represented two-dimensionally on the topo map. Clear? So this is the importance of topo map, and the person who can read topo map nicely, they can get the exact location of any valley, peaks, rivers on the topo map. Okay, so this is the importance of topo map. Now, topo map is showing different physical and cultural features by using the conventional signs and symbols and different colors. Now, what is the need of conventional symbols? Topo map is using the conventional symbols for keeping the map free from cluttering, untidiness. Okay, so which are the different conventional symbols? I can show few conventional symbols like this. Red color, double red lines. It is shown the metal route. Then one single red line shows the cart tracks. Then dash lines shows the pack tracks. These are the different conventional symbols. Another conventional symbol I can show you, that is, this is called the triangulated height. Then suppose the black dot followed by a number. This is called the spot height. Okay, then suppose this type of feature, the square, red squares filled by red color. This is known as permanent settlement. These are known as permanent settlement. Then red color square, only the outline. This is known as temporary settlement. Okay. Then suppose this type of feature. These are known as dry tanks. Then suppose this feature. These black trees are known as prominent surveyed trees. Prominent surveyed tree. This is known as prominent survey tree. So these conventional symbols, many other conventional symbols are also there. I'll provide one image of these symbols. Many of you have arranged book, I think. Those who haven't arranged till now, I'll provide the image. You go through that with the study material. I'll provide. So these are the different conventional symbols. Now, conventional colors. Which are the different conventional colors? Like the agricultural land. Agricultural land is using yellow color. To show the agricultural land, topo map is using yellow color. To show the barren land, white color. To show the natural vegetation, green color. These are very important, students. To show the roads and settlements, red color. Okay, then many other colors are also there, like to show the non-perennial streams and railways, black color. To show perennial features, perennial water features. Obviously, water features. Blue color. This you know. Perennial water features, always blue color. So these are the different conventional colors which are used in the topo map to show the physical as well as the cultural features of any area which are surveyed by the surveyor. So what is the need of topo map? Topo map is used to represent the three-dimensional landscape two-dimensionally on the map. Now, my next concept, as I have told you just now, that in your syllabus given, locating the features with the help of the 4-figure and the 6-figure grid reference. So I am going to that concept. Locating the features with the help of 4-figure and 6-figure grid reference. So before this, we have to know what is grid. Grid, all of you have studied in your class 9, chapter number 2, that geographic grid. What is that geographic grid? If this one is the globe, in the globe there are many horizontal lines and there are many vertical lines are present. Horizontal and vertical lines, they are intersecting each other at right angle. So these are known as grids, or we can say these are known as geographic grid. What is the need of geographic grid? You can guess. To get an accurate location of any place or any feature on the globe or on the ordinary map, we are using geographic grid. So geographic grids are formed due to the intersection of the horizontal lines. These are known as lines of latitude, and these vertical lines are known as lines of longitude. Lines of latitude and lines of longitude. So geographic grids are formed by the intersection of the lines of latitudes and lines of longitude. So geographic grids we are using to get an accurate location of any place on the globe or on the ordinary map. But in case of topographical map, as these are drawn on a large scale, as these are the large scale maps, that's why what is happening here, here the exact location or the prominent location of any place cannot be found out by using the grids of latitudes and longitudes. They cannot give the prominent idea of any place on the topo map. So in case of topo map, to overcome this problem, this prominent problem, the grid reference system is introduced. So what is this grid reference system? So as I have told you that geographic grids are formed by the intersection of the lines of latitudes and lines of longitude. Lines of latitudes are the horizontal lines, lines of longitudes are the vertical lines. Okay, so in case of topo map, the grid reference system also comprises the grids. Suppose this one is the topo map, and in this case it comprises different grids which are formed by the intersection of the horizontal lines and the vertical lines. When they are intersecting at right angle, as a result different grids are formed. This is called grid reference system. So grid reference system comprises different grid lines. The lines which are horizontal, they are the horizontal grid lines. A specific name is there. Another one is the vertical lines. Okay. Now these grids are numbered. How these are numbered? These are numbered mainly accordingly from the origin of the map, from left hand side at the left bottom left, from the origin of the map at the bottom left of the map. These are numbered, like I am giving here 01, 02, 03, 04, or here 88, 89, 90, 91. Okay, so these are numbered from the origin at the bottom left of the map. So the grid lines, see this vertical grid lines, the value are increasing towards east. As you know, this one is north, south, east and west. So in this case, the value of the vertical lines are increasing towards east. So it is known as eastings. It is known as eastings. These vertical lines are known as eastings. Why? Because the values are increasing towards east. These are known as eastings. Now this case of horizontal lines, see the values are increasing towards the north. The values are increasing 88, 89, 90, 91. That means the values are increasing towards the north. So these are known as northings. Okay? Eastings and northings. So grid reference system has two components. One is the easting, another one is the northing. Now there are two types of grid references in your syllabus. One is the 4-figure grid reference, means 4 figures must be there. Another one is the 6-figure grid reference, that means 6 figures must be there. Now I will discuss how to identify the 4-figure and the 6-figure grid reference of any feature on the map. So give me some time to draw the map. Before this, I want to tell you that what is the need of this 4-figure and 6-figure grid reference. Just now I told you that in case of topographical map, to locate any place, the grids of latitude and longitude cannot give a proper idea. So to overcome this problem, the grid reference system is introduced, where 4-figure, 6-figure, 8-figure grid references are introduced. So this 4-figure, 6-figure, as there in your syllabus, these are used to depict the proper location of any place on the topographical map. Okay, on the topographical map. So let's get started with the 4-figure grid reference. in case of topographical map, as you have in your syllabus, the grids are 2 cm by 2 cm grids. All the grids having the length of 2 cm, means here is 2 cm, here is also 2 cm. 2 cm by 2 cm grids. These are 2 cm by 2 cm grids. Okay, this you remember. This is the scale of the map. Now, suppose the question given in case of 4-figure grid reference, I am giving few eastings and northings. Suppose eastings given 02, 03, 04, 05 and 06. And here northings given 90, 91, 92, 93. These are same. This is 93, 92, 91, 90. And these are also same, like this one is 06, this one 05, 04, 02, 03, 02. Clear? So these are called eastings and these are called northings. Okay? Up to this it is clear. Now 4-figure grid reference, 4-figure, that means 2 points from eastings and 2 points from northings you have to take. Suppose the question given, find out, let me draw this at first. This is A. This is another one more feature. Suppose another feature I am giving here. Okay, these are the few features I have drawn on the topo map. Now the first question, suppose given, to find out the 4-figure grid reference of the settlement A. Find out the 4-figure grid reference of the settlement A. How to find out? Whenever you will consider the 4-figure grid reference, you have to take the 2 points from eastings and then northings. Now how to take? Suppose this A is situated in between which two easting points, that you have to identify. So A is situated in between 03 easting, 03 and 04. Clear? And which two northing points it is situated? See, 91 and 92. A is situated between 91 and 92. Northings 91 and 92. Clear? So it is situated between 03 and 04 and 91, 92. At first you have to take eastings. So which value you have to take? You have to take the lower value. So lower value, it is situated between 03 and 04. Which one is the lower value? Is the 03. And in case of northing, which one is the lower value? The 91. So your 4-figure grid reference must be 0391. This is your 4-figure grid reference for the settlement A. Like this, another example, suppose find out the 4-figure grid reference of the spot height. This black dots followed by the number. It is known as spot height. Spot height is 271. So how to find out the 4-figure grid reference of 271? See, this 271 is situated between which two points of easting? 04 and 05. 04 and 05. Which two points of eastings? That are 04 and 05. These are the easting points. In case of spot height 271. And which are the two northing points it is situated? Between 90 and 91. These are the northing points. So you have to consider the lower values. Here the lower value is 04 and in case of northing, which one is the lower value? Obviously 90. So your 4-figure grid reference is 0490 for spot height 271. Like as the triangulated height 277. What should be? It is in between 0405 and in between 9 to 93. Not this. So your 4-figure grid reference for triangulated height 277 must be 0492. Am I clear? Because it is situated the nodding point 92 and 93, and here the lower value is 92, and here it is situated between 04 and 05. Here the lower value is 04. At first you have to take the easting value. So it is 0492. Clear? In case of prominent survey tree, what should be the 4-figure grid reference? See, here the easting given 0203. So the lower value is 02. And here the northing is given 9293. So the lower value is 92. So the 4-figure grid reference of the prominent survey tree must be 0292. 0292. Okay. I hope you have got a clear idea regarding this. This is called the dry tank. Okay, this is the conventional symbol of dry tank. If the question given, find out the 4-figure grid reference of the dry tank. What should be your answer? See, the dry tank is situated between 05 and 06 easting. Lower value is 05. 92 and 93 northings, lower value is 92. So your 4-figure grid reference for dry tank, try to guess. Yes, you can do that. That is 0592. 0592. Yes. So this is your 4-figure grid reference to get the proper location of any place. Now 6-figure grid reference. 6-figure grid reference is more prominent. 4-figure grid reference means 4 figures are there. Now 6-figure grid reference means 6 figures must be there. So in case of 4-figure, 2 figures from eastings and 2 figures from northings you have taken. Now where from the extra 2 figures will come? Obviously from eastings 1 more figure you have to take, and from northings another figure you have to take. So in this way the 6th figure will be formed. How to do that? Let me discuss this. Suppose I am taking this triangulated height 277. Let me take at first this point, the spot height 271. Question is, find out the 6-figure grid reference of the spot height 271. What will be your answer? Now what will I do, students? I will draw this grid in a broader sense on the board. You try to understand. It is between 0405 9091. Okay. Let me draw at first. 0405 and here is 9091. 9091. I have drawn this grid here. Okay, and point that spot height 271 is situated near about this location. This is 271. Okay, I am removing this. Suppose here it is written 271. Okay, now how to get the proper location, 6-figure grid reference of this point? To get this, what you have to do now, you have to divide this grid into 10 divisions horizontally and 10 divisions vertically. 10 divisions means 9 lines you have to draw, but through eye estimation. Okay, like this. Suppose this one is the 0. This one is 0. Okay. After this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In this way. Okay. So I am drawing the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then horizontally also you have to draw same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See? 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. So here you just give the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one is 10. This one is 0. Okay. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one is 10. Okay. Now you have to see that which area means which of the two lines are intersecting at the point. Means the point is situated at the intersection point of the two lines. Here, two subpoints. Which are those? See here, the point is here. Here is the point. Okay. Now you find out. At first you have to consider the subpoint of easting. What was the easting here? 0, 4, 0, 5. So here the easting is 0, 4. Because 0, 4 is the lower value. So 0, 4, here the easting. And now the subpoint of the easting. See, this is the 6th line. The 6th line. So here it should be 6. And here what is the northing point? Northing lower value given 90. So 90 is the lower value in northing. Now you have to take the subpoints in the northing. Which one is the subpoint of northing? See, this one is 4. So your 6-figure grid reference must be 4. So your 6-figure grid reference is 0, 4, 6, 9, 0, 4. Now 6 is the subpoint in the easting. At first you have to take the subpoint of easting only, and then 4 is the subpoint of northing. At first you have to take the lower value of northing and then the subpoint of northing. If suppose this point is situated here in between 4 and 5 in the northing, then also you have to consider 4, because always you have to consider the lower value in between the 2 points. Clear? One more process is there, that how to identify the exact location of the point, that you have to take the scale. Okay, scale. You have to take the scale, and you know the length and the breadth of the grid is 2 centimeter. Okay. Now suppose this one is 2 centimeter. Now you have to place your scale here. You have to place your scale here. Now 2 centimeter means what? 2 centimeter means 20 millimeter. 2 centimeter equals to 20 millimeter. Okay. Now suppose you have you have to hold your scale in this way, and if the point comes, in case of this I am telling you, here 6 is the point. If the point comes 10 millimeter, from the beginning, if the point comes 10 millimeter means 1 centimeter, 10 millimeter, then you have to divide 10 by 2, because 2 centimeter is the total length of the grid. So 10 by 2 if the point comes 10 millimeter in the easting. Suppose in the easting the point comes in the easting, in scale the point comes 10 millimeter. Okay, so what is the exact point? You cannot write 10 millimeter in this way. Okay, so you have to divide this by 2 equals to 5. So your easting must be 5 if the point comes 10 millimeter. Okay, if the northing points comes, suppose northing in scale the point comes 12 millimeter. So what will be your northing subpoint? Must be by 2, 6. So your northing will be 6. So in this way, through scale also you can measure the 6-figure grid reference. That is up to you how with which system you will be more comfortable. Okay. So for the point, if the question is find out the 6-figure grid reference of the spot height like this, then you can easily find out. Suppose the question given, find out the 6-figure grid reference. Find out the 6-figure grid reference of the triangulated height Triangulated height will not be written. I am writing here so that you can understand. Triangulated height will not be written. Suppose triangulated height 277. How to find out? That was only a point. So easily you found out the 6-figure grid reference. But if the question is triangulated height, then have to find out. That time you have to take the center of the base. In case of broad features, you have to take center of the base. Clear? Center of the base. Suppose here is your triangle. Okay. So here you have to find out the center of the base. Okay. Center of the base is this one. So here the easting comes 0, 4, 4 for triangulated height 0, 4, 4. Because the easting subpoint, it intersects with the four grid lines, and here it comes between 6 and 7. It is between 6 and 7. So you have to take, it's near about 7 only. So your 4-figure grid reference will be 6-figure grid reference will be 907. You can write 906 also, as it is between 6 and 7. You can write, it will be considered right, correct. Okay, so triangulated height, you have to take the center of the base. If suppose the temple, which one you have to take? Same thing, center of the base. Center of the base. Suppose given the prominent survey tree. So you have to consider this point. Okay, this point you have to consider. In the same way, you have to find out the 6-figure grid reference. So students, today after this, I'll provide you few study materials, and also one worksheet I'll provide you, so that you can practice at your in your home. And if you are facing any problem, you definitely ask me. I will try to solve the problem. Thank you.